Hello everyone, Alchemicgree here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last video, we ventured into, or rather finishing up much of the Hissing Waste. There's still these tombs to plunder and this big empty blotch. So we're going to be doing that, but before we do that... attempting not to strike, and they did, just as planned. Many names. We may have lost people, but it was technically worth the risk. It's conflict, genetic, will bring peace. Offering. Well, yes. How we work our allies will benefit us. Supplies have reached, food and clothing are being divided. This work, this work. Alright, let's see. Well, those are the Hissing Waste resources. I think I'll have Cullen handle that.
Inquisitor.
Golden opportunity. Believe. Oh God, yeah, and plus, the only person who could do it is Josephine.
Inquisitor.
Yes, I could.
Inquisitor.
All right. So just these two, and we should be set. I think. Yeah, Company of Heroes. I'll have to deal with that one later. Okay, then. Now then, let us return to the Hissing Waste. Since there's a tomb here... or tomb there. Best spot is at the logging camp. I'll bring Vedek. I think I'll bring coal for these ruined stuff. Maybe. And Iron Bowl. That's a good combo.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay, let's take a quick look. So we have this tomb here, that tomb there. Okay, well, let's start with this one.
Reposition!
There we go. Okay, yep, I have to go in here where the spiders were. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's see what's so important about this tomb. The many years found, greatest of paragons, could not bear life's burdens. And with the burden growing, he called his son to his bedside. He bade each son swear he would take care of his brother. And the brothers swore and mourned when their father returned to the stone. Okay, that fucking scared me.
That wasn't the right solution. Let's maybe read those inscriptions a little more carefully.
They were dwarves. They think they still are. They sound like dust tastes.
Yeah, you know, if I saw those brazier things, I wouldn't have made that mistake twice, you know. Anyway. I didn't even see ya. Alright, leveled up. I think there is a cap at like 25 or something. I don't think I'm gonna go much further than that, so it might be... It doesn't behoove me enough. Rejuvenate barrier, benefit and revigorate the barriers and help recover. That probably would be much better. Now draws magic on the fade to get stronger. It might be better. Because like that's on draw code magic, so standing near a frozen enemy, persistent cold sweat reduces all damage I'm taking. That's pretty good, but I gotta dip in anyway, so there's nothing I'm already not getting, so I guess I'll just do this with Dispel, which honestly, well, I don't face as many rift things, so the Dispel effect is not gonna be as needed, but it's still nice to have, I suppose. Oh, that's so dickish. Anyway, I got a tomb to plunder.
Nothing to report, sir.
It's a good thing I did bring coal with me. So those demons thought they were dwarves?
They were staring at me.
Who's they, kid?
In Skyhold. The servants in the courtyard. They were looking at me and whispering.
It's the hat. Kind of hard to miss. Don't worry about it.
What's wrong with my hat?
That's going to take a while. I'll explain clothes when we get back.
Oh, the enemies are up top. surface where they would hide from the war that took their home. The strife that destroyed Ty, Asunder houses from clans against clan. His own clan, his two sons follow Fairel to the surface. Fairel Paragon fled. So let's try this one. Nope. Okay, let's try that again. It's a giant puzzle game, so let's try this one. It's gonna be one of these two. Nope. It's gonna be the next one. This one. And this one. Then this one. And finally this one.
Ever noticed that for a people with no mages, dwarves use an awful lot of magic?
Do you?
Personally, I think it's some kind of compensation thing. We can't spit lightning or freeze anyone's ass off, so here, have a rune that sets your sword on fire.
Oof. Let's go the Mountain Fortress way. Okay. The damn thing rotates. Alrighty. I don't know what I stand to gain keep getting all these logging sites. Can't use them. I've already upgraded Skyhold. Like, did they scatter them about so much that if you happen to miss them or you don't go out of your way to look for them? Or did other upgrades cost more? Must be an old dwarvish road. At least the Imperium. Well, that's a pleasant sound. Yeah, I don't think the treasure map and stuff that tomb is going to just spontaneously generate. It's just process of elimination. I'll say it is quiet as hell and it is dark. It's a very lovely sky. Alright, let's head this way. Was odd. I know there's enemies over there, but I thought I heard horses. Huh, something over there. Yeah, I don't have any map of these treasures. Follow the treasure map to the tomb. I don't have a treasure map. It's gotta be something. Oh, that's a tomb. Huh. That's a blocked doorway. Okay, well. I'll head there next after I finish this investigate. I don't think I can investigate over here.
So in your books, the stuff with the spies is all wrong.
If only I'd had you around to consult.
That blue swan flies at midnight stuff doesn't work. Most times, you pass information on a dead drop. No meetings at all.
Ah, where's the drama in that?
Ugh, can't you mess up the realism of something else? Like lyrium smuggling.
Oh well, let's head in here. I didn't even see that damn thing. That's my fault. Demons of the Stone. Do not tamper the torches. Lighting them in the wrong order summons demons. Encryption up. Grow, but wait until we confirm the accuracy of translating proceeding. I have made maps of the other tombs or structures. Let the same warning think about the Gaspard. Demons bound into the rock. Ancient North mansion out magic. Binding runes. Set up properties of stonework. Investigate. Gosh. Well, could be translation for stone waste or impure spirits. The impossible adornment spirits. Okay. Okay. That's joy. So this would have been my introduction to that. For pride, these halls were made to honor a father's deeds and grieve his loss. Who against their foolish wishes draw foolish words and foolish pride. And for the loss of the halls were made to honor brothers mourn. This is the tale of your father of two sons. Okay, I believe this is first then. But there was a comma in that one. Then this one's probably next. Maybe this one. Nope, it was that one. Damn it! Alright, I got it. I got the translation.
descriptions. These dwarves built a colony on the surface. On purpose.
That's practically unheard of in recorded history.
Exactly. Real dwarves don't like the surface. Real dwarves say leaving the stone is death. Whoever built this didn't give two tin shits about tradition.
More directions. Map of the Tomb of Fairel. I think I saw something over here about that. Let's find out.
Inquisitor.
Because we have done 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, sorry. 1, 2, 3. We have done 4 so far, but only 3 has given me keys? Oh, no, sorry. This is a ruin. That was the 3rd one. I hate cave entrances so much. Alright, so I think getting the geography right. Because there's those things, which means there would be one over here. If I'm reading that correctly. Did I not? Aha! The map is bigger than I thought. Oh, wait, no, my mistake. Oh, wait. There is a tomb here. And there are my last 3 shards. Well, I know there's a tomb there. I don't think there's anything wrong with waiting on that. So let's clear up a tomb.
There must be something here.
Another page. It's a paragon. The man who led the people here built the same. Master Smith Paragon fell. Died in the deep road during a war between two tigers who used his rune work to build fantastic weapon destruction. If he escaped up here, and I mean the records are wrong, or someone down the Yunker tried to pretty up the truth about his leaving. The talented shaper of runes in dwarven history, escaping entire house at a surface. Now that would fluff some pages of the. This is true. Said old family business used to be near an archway that was part of the statue. Could have shown him this. He's the one who wanted to leave our ancestors in the stone were still guiding us. Huh. So this dwarf paragon probably was a master runesmith, and Tigers would fight, kill, and war with each other over his work. So he fled with his children to the point where he would defy tradition and build a settlement, a Tig on the surface. That dwarves don't do that ever. That is not a dwarf thing. Oh, figures. The one when I said, oh yeah, I'll just, there's no harm in coming back out the way I came, happens to be a really stupid and irritating one. That should help the veil. Those things are just everywhere. Like, this is a dwarf tomb! Why is an elf relic there? But in the sand was stone strong and true. Fairel hewed the stone and built as great as any Tig in the deep. The sun burned above the oceans of sand. With his son's help, he ensured the Tig crossed. Okay, let's see. I think this one's first. Ocean of sand. But the sand was any rock of stone. And then he made it. And then finally, his sons protected it. There we go.
Looks like these runes are dedicated to a paragon. That accounts for a lot.
What do you mean?
It's, hard to explain. Paragons don't sound impressive on paper. So you invented a new hat or table saw. So what? But when they come through, they're like an avalanche. Dwarves wait entire generations for... You know what? Let's find that last tomb. This place is making me think too much about dwarf stuff.
Why is there a dead dude just mummified right there? Legion of the Dead armor? Damn. If I was a dwarf, I'd be impressed. Stupid friggin'. I can also get those last two shards. Still, it takes a lot of effort to forge this stuff. Oh, God. Well, the Venatori wants something here, that's for certain. But why would they want to... Runesmith. And a famous runesmith. Yeah, of course they want him. Of course they want whatever. His secrets. Any cache of runes he might have. There's never an indication of what's in these tombs. This is why plundering happens. If you could prove on record that this guy was just buried in his small clothes and he has nothing of real value, there would be far less plunderers. But because they're like, oh, the secrets of his great work may be buried with him, of course you're gonna have plunderers. Like, the only way you would ever have a situation where the plunderers are not going to steal from the guy is if the guy is so important or so well beloved that none would dare touch his stuff. And that's just accounting for the locals. Outsiders couldn't give a rat's ass about some guy's loyalty or worth. Hopefully this tomb has some better defenses than just some demons, because I'm more terrified the Venatori just keep failing on purpose to recruit the demons. Why don't they do that? I mean, they did the Grey... do they specifically need something with the Blight for the Grey Wardens, or they just want to, you know, extra power? Up here. I don't even think I can get up here. Not to that extent. I'd have to come around the other... I'd have to go around the other end, maybe.
So, kid, you don't have any formal combat training at all?
No, I go where the knife needs to be.
Whatever works for you.
It's a fucking landmark, really? Stone over sky, a faint... It's a path, yeah, but... we go. And the last shard is right by our camp. Because no one saw it, I guess.
Nothing to report, sir.
Ugh, whatever. I have the shards at least. So there's only the last shards I have to recover are being guarded by a fucking dragon. That is going to be a pain in my ass. But if I recall the map, I think maybe because the map extends a lot more than I thought it did. Like, there's still this area to still explore, so maybe there's something over here? They don't really make it clear about the boundaries. So yeah, what if there's something in this direction? Yeah, we'll start from the bottom, and if there's nothing really in that direction, or I'm blocked off by whatever invisible walls, then we'll go from there. Yeah, it's certainly farther than my campsite, than that logging camp, so I think I was right. Yep. Campsites. Okay, you know what? Here. Didn't want to fight the Gurn, but whatever. I think I need to fight this wyvern. Yeah, just like in the... Okay, yeah, I guess this is another tomb. Bottle. They'll work together for time side by side, ruled each tide. Ah, it's on the outside. Empty square. The open tombs eroded over centuries, carved in the stone almost 2. And where one brother fell, the other raised bloodied axe in hand alone. Yep. That's it. They're magically sealed. And I gotta get it right, and it's out in the open. Each ruled differently, they argued and heated words made their brothers duel. Okay, so I think I got something. There's one inscription missing. If I can find where that first inscription is, I think I got the pattern. This might be it. Father-son built monuments to their father, locking away his greatest works. Okay. But each ruled differently. They argued and heated words made their duel. What? Weird. That's... And each worked together for a time. Oh, that was it. They ruled... So when he passed, they looked after each other, ruled their tithes proper, but then they started arguing with themselves and eventually went to war with each other. That's what happened.
This one. Probably similar to what's in the last four. You know, I don't buy that stuff about dwarven ancestors living on in the stone, and we're above ground anyway. But something about this place gives me the creeps.
All these pieces of metal inside the tombs we found, they make up a key.
Well, this is the only unexplored path, so we'll just head that way. That reminds me, I did get some nice rings. I might as well give them to... Yeah, Iron Bull, you're getting that. Actually, what's my weight? What's my inventory looking at? Okay, I'm still good. Alright, let's head out. So, if we're going to look at this history, this dwarf smith, Fairel, became a paragon, possibly due to his master runesmithing skills. And when two tigers in the deep roads warred over claim over these runes, or maybe they used these runes against each other. Yeah. I've discovered first in the east. I've never seen something so sodding grand in my life. If I can get inside, the doors are sealed tight. Looks like there's a keyhole, but none of the runes I've seen anything hint of a key on the... So I missed a few bones on the ground. They were still bloody. She'll look that whatever lives there wasn't home when I arrived. Yeah, lucky you, buddy. So there's probably a dwarven scholar out there trying to find information. But yeah. So he fled. Apparently the Shaper, either having an ally in the Shaper, or simply he just, when he left... Maybe the Shaper intentionally wrote that he died, because rather have him die a paragon of the Deep Road than to the shame and dishonor it would bring, and just the sheer embarrassment of tradition, if a paragon decided to willingly live on the surface, since dwarves have a racial fear of the sky. Like, you grow out of it, but any dwarf that lived in that grew up in the deep roads, which is unfortunately only Orzammar. There's Khal Shiral. There's Khal Sharok. Technically, it's to the east, so I'll just keep going east, I guess. Khal Sharok. But they're the black sheep of the Tigers. There were like, I think, 7 great Tigers. And when the Blight happened, almost all were destroyed. Khal Sharok being the last since, I think, it was either the first Blight or the third Blight. But they were apparently lost, so Orzammar was the only remaining one. And then when it was discovered, actually right around the time at the beginning of the first Dragon Age game, when Khal Sharok was discovered to have survived, Orzammar tried to, because they're so up their own ass in tradition, tried to force Khal Sharok to return to their, oh yeah, this is right, their vassal days. So Khal Sharok definitely said no to that. They are a completely different subset of dwarves, and even now, if you looked at some of the war table missions we have with Khal Sharok, we tried to respect their traditions, and we might be opening up tradition and trade with them, since they are very big on honoring words, and only get one shot. I don't think this is the way. Let's head downwards.
Should stop.
I think I found the invisible barrier. It's got to be a safer way. But as I was saying, so that's the current situation. Orzammar is the only real quote-unquote dwarf settlement left that considers themselves, well, dwarves. Anyone that doesn't is not a dwarf. If you are exposed to the open sky, you are no longer a dwarf in their eyes, regardless of what you were positioned. You can still have a lot of prominence, but you're still a dwarf. You're still not a dwarf to them. No, this feels like a problem. I'm not gonna deal with that. Nope. Wait. 2 dwarfs standing next to each other, a ton away. Does this cut into? Yes, this might be the way to the tomb. So, this dwarf, a paragon, for runesmithing, fled the deep roads to the surface, which is now the area called the Hissing Wastes. Yep. And created, and no, this was his tomb, so he died here.
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, found the dragon! Oh, I was tracing hereditary etched on the wall, and I noticed particulars of weapons with winged lizards working into that direction. I spent the day from the stone, have no anything, but the stoneless sky betrays with wings of flame. If the surface must be breached, there's no other. It's against the Urtok and heed their screams. Urtok meaning dragon. Why was it part of the ancient crest? Why are these dwarves so worried about a monster they'd never see that worked it into their weapon? This place becomes more impossible every day. This was a surface settlement. There's a dragon around here. I want to get to the tomb without dealing with the dragon. That's not for this video. There it is. All right, we're gonna take the long way around. We'll fight the dragon in another video, but not today. But yeah. So, if a paragon willingly went to the surface and cast away tradition, that would be such a spit on the tradition of Orzammar that the shame would never be forgotten. So, probably a member of the Shaperate, which is the... they don't write down their history on paper, or even... They do it on stone, which will definitely last a lot longer. But they do it in a way where I think like they write down basic information on parchment when it's been proven enough or it is written enough to be recorded in the histories for all ages. They take lyrium and I think silver, but mostly lyrium, and inscribe it on stone that way. And in so doing, preserve the records for the ages. Like it will never be forgotten. So long as the Shaperate holds. So. I'm not going near that. That's either dragon shit or dragon ink. Alright.
I've never seen a rune like this before. Is this what the Venatori were after?
Ah, you're holding the legacy of a paragon. Empires used to kill for them. Heck, they still do. Whatever it does, it's probably ancient and invaluable, so try not to drop it in the sand.
I thought you weren't interested in dwarven history.
If you want an encyclopedia entry, it may as well be from someone charming.
Fair point. So that was, I think I just saw it was like a superior demon slaying rune. Why would a paragon? I can.
Looks like dragon territory. Oh, this is gonna be good.
I support your enthusiasm, Iron Bull, but that is not what we are doing. We are going back to Skyhold, and I need to speak with Cullen. Okay. So yes, as I continue on to get to him, so it's possible that He left to the surface. The Shaperate fabricated that he died so he could die a paragon, then let the indignity of him living on as a surfacer, and by the dwarf religion, basically soulless or godless or whatever. He created a Tig on the surface with his sons, and when he eventually did pass away, when he eventually did pass away, he left a lot of it to his sons, and his sons worked well for a while, but then they bickered and tore each other apart. And now it's just a ruin. I have this now rune, which is kind of cool. I think it's a weapon schematic. Yep, it's a superb. Damn, that is the strongest thing I have. And it's demon slaying, and we fight a lot of demons. So that's going to be definitely something to work with. Because like a cleansing would do with Red Templars and Darkspawn. But the demons and undead, we're going to... I mean, if I had something like this earlier, maybe. But, God, the damage output alone is just going to be phenomenal. And pure dragon blood. We're going to be going after the high dragons in the next video after it. That's the video you were all waiting for. I know that. So that's kind of terrible what happened. But yeah, Colin, we got your information.
No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope.
You hope?
Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor. We found orders in the mine. They mentioned Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear.
Samson's letter said something about taking over as the vessel.
Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient Tevinter. Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it.
Another voice from your past?
In a way, this is complicated. Maddox was a mage in Kirkwall's circle, sat between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the Order. Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman of magical items. Samson must have rescued him.
I can't believe they made a man tranquil over a few love letters.
The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a Templar. Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me.
Why would Maddox need saving?
When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in.
Perhaps there's something left of the man Samson used to be.
Or he's shrewd enough to know an extraordinary resource. It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for him, and maintains it still. Tranquil and Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold.
Alright. That's something that can be done. Alright. So then, I believe I shall take care of that, because I think... Yeah, because I don't think there's really much in terms of literally just that. Then I have to go into the Deep Root, Empress Celene, that's dragon stuff, Exalted Plains, you know, some of that stuff. Forbidden Oasis, I got the Temple of Pride, Frostback, Shards of Hakon. Now, after we do the dragon, we're going to be doing the Forbidden Oasis, and then we're actually going to be doing the Jaws of Hakon. I know you guys would want me to be like, oh, let's just continue like what Pride had wrought, but the way I've structured the expansions and stuff, since there's an expansion that takes us all the way to the Frostback Basin, away from this, and then one that takes us right into the deep roads. So there's a lot to really take in. So the Western Approach, the Abyssal High Dragon, and then, you know, just blah, 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 Notes of the Watcher, blah, blah, blah. They're not really that high on my list. And then, you know, the Tapestry stuff. Nothing too crazy. But in any event... Let's see. Manage stolen property. Everything found turned over to Inquisition for use see fit. Oh, thank you, Fairbanks. Oh, impressed with his memory. He walked past between Alluvian. Oh, good. We have access to Alluvian information. Probably thanks. That went splendidly. Naturally, these worthy Orleans want nothing more to be given everything while providing nothing in return. But I sent the record straight. They want assistance when their efforts is to show some difference to our agents. Oh, very good, Josephine. Let's see. Now then, yeah, that. Track down Samson. That can, I guess, only be done with Colin. All right.
Inquisitor.
Deal with Lower Bassan. Do the hold on. That's needs to follow her heart. I got nothing against that. I'll let Josephine handle that. And I think I saw one more, and that was the Company of Heroes, the Sutherland Group. A report in Jose's hand. 3 question. Let's see. Primary. I extend trade immediately. Could this be simpler? The primary work is done. I suggest primary work's done. I should begin with the neighbors. All right. If Sutherland imagines a debt, he is well on his way to paying it. These 2 youths have brought in allies by the score. Yeah, I will let Liana handle that.
Let's see what we have.
So yeah, we have the disaster in the deep roads and then going to the Prospect Basin. So we did pretty good. So that's gonna be some good shit. Get the last of the shards. Dragon hunting. Believe that we are on a fast track to success. And just about nearly done. So that's actually, because that's it. That is legitimately it. There's no other areas really to unlock unless it's story quest related. So we have finished that stuff. So honestly, once we finish the dragons, we finish the Forbidden Oasis, we will be right on our way to a lot of good shit. So I can't wait to see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Share, subscribe, let me know what you think. Leave comments below, and I'll be with you next time. Thank you, and goodbye.